Good afternoon. It's April 15th, and today we had a range day. Let's take a look at the daily chart. So another doji is how it's looking like it's going to finish up with about 20 minutes until the market closes to the public. An inside bar, um, something to note. Here's how it looks on the 30,000 tick chart. So we've basically been in this range since yesterday. So yeah, since the market opened on Sunday evening, we've just been in this range. Um, so let's take a look. 2,700 tick chart, and the price is just hanging around the opening price, so that's it's probably going to stay there. But anyway, here's where April 15th starts. So if you are anticipating another range day, you could definitely buy down here. You can see support from that price level. Uh, a little bit over here with all that, but you can see we made a double bottom, higher low right there. And if you got in on that, that's a big move, about 60 points. And it forms a spike in channel. Probably draw it here. Could you buy right here? You could. Signal bars are no good, but you could consider it. And then we come back here, pull back to the EMA, and this is in the middle of the range. So I don't I'm not crazy about it because it's in near the midline of the range, but you could buy maybe with a limit order here, and you do get a higher low and a failed second entry short right there. So either of those you could jump in on. I'm just not crazy about buying with stop orders here. I think limit orders would be the way to go. And you get a beautiful second entry long right off the trend line right there, and the EMA. But even still, I mean, you're buying near the highs of the range, so you got to be very careful. I would say buy with the limit order near the EMA. And then they just trap a bunch of bulls. You get a break of the bull channel. We go sideways. Small breakout. Do you fade the breakout? I mean, I think this would be a good area to consider a stop order if you put a stop below this seemingly strong bull bar. And you can see plenty of people like that. Then we formed this smaller range that, to me, uh, it looked like it had yeah, a bullish bias to it, and you can see that it, it did. And then I guess the better line to draw would be just a line of support because we're getting resistance at this high. So anyway, we bounce here, you make a higher low here. Do you go long here? I don't think you do yet because that doesn't look like it's off any sort of trend line. You can see we make this double top here. You could consider that because I'd be expecting uh, some sort of push down to these lows, but we didn't get that. We bounced. That confirms this level of support. And then you get a strong bear bar right here. I don't think there was a news item, but I could be wrong. And then we find strong support there. And you get a two-legged pullback. I probably would have gotten trapped right here, going long here, but there is a lot of overlap. So again, especially in this, you have to be entering with limit orders. Um, so I do think either one of these, if you buy down here at the bottom or if you buy down here, just anywhere near this level of support, I think you're going to get a good fill, and you want to scalp because it's a range. Again, you can buy with limit orders here, but we are getting close to resistance. Sells off. You get a failed second entry long right here. Um, but again, we're not looking for stop orders in this type of market. So again, yeah, you could consider selling above this bull bar because we have confirmed resistance right there, and you get like a wedge bottom here. And so you could buy this breakout. You could consider buying this breakout. Not crazy about that. Then you have an even tighter range here. And we break out to the low side. This is just too much sideways stuff. And we form this broad bear channel. And so it did look like this was the start of a bear channel. So if you want to make that prediction after this bear breakout and we're responding to the EMA, you could consider that. That is a second entry short off the EMA. It turns out to be a nice move, but we find support, make that double bottom. I would consider going long right there. And we find resistance again. I would consider going long here too because you're close to the bottom of the range now. You could consider going short here, maybe here, but you're close to the bottom of this broad bull channel, so it's not. Those aren't great entries. You make this double bottom here. Could you consider that? Yeah, but you want to go for a big move, probably two times your risk. We bounce, we get the break, and we're just going sideways. So not not the best day for big moves, but definitely pretty consistent, pretty easy to make some money. So that's how I saw it. Here's one last look at the daily chart. I hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.